That's crazy.
The New Orleans Pelicans select Yves Missi from
This was really popular amongst all of the mock drafts.
Hmm.
Like all of them, just looking for a center, and he's the best available, and in most people's minds. And I think the physical tools immediately fit what the Pelicans want to do in the front court. They're tired of a big who can't move his feet and is slow.
Yeah.
Is just kind of there. They want a guy that has some pop to him, vertical ability, play like finishing, rim protection, and I think you get that. I think even Missi, he's a little lower on my board. He's 26 on my board, so getting him at 21. I'm not the highest on it, but overall, I see the floor, and I'm cool on it. Like, I'm cool with you taking it. And then if he can really evolve defensively, because he's a good defender, he's not a great
Yeah.
defender, but if he can evolve to be somewhat switchable, if he can evolve to be an elite rim protector, then you're looking at a guy with a 38.5-inch vertical that's 6'11", that was awesome on the offensive glass, 32nd in the country in offensive rebound percentage. So you have all those tools. I'm good on taking him 21 and just hoping that he pans out.
I think in our mock draft we ended up taking Deron Holmes here. I still would have preferred that. I think, despite, like you said, the Pelicans wanting a guy that can be physical and defend. I buy his defense. Like, I buy Missi's defense. I buy his athleticism. He's extremely fluid. I think he's a really good play finisher, but I don't buy the things that he doesn't do just because he is so raw. Like, right now he's relying solely on athleticism. He doesn't really have the skill offensively. Defensively, I think he needs to see the game more. And then when you look at just him with the ball in his hands, it's like he free like 0.33 assist to turnover ratio. Like, with him with the ball in his hands is going to be a minus straight out the gate, and I think he's going to need a few years to develop. And with that being said, I don't really know if the ceiling is starter quality, in my opinion.
Yeah. The flashes are what you hold on to, and I remember that Auburn game from this one right here. The Auburn game, like that first game of the season, you're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this dude is a lottery pick. This dude's
Yeah.
a top 10 pick, because he like dominated that game in a way that like you don't usually see it from a guy this raw. But as the year goes on, and as teams could game plan for him a little bit, and he's played in the Big 12, it's like he didn't quite have the strength that was necessary to really hold up consistently. And he only played 23 minutes per game for that reason. But yeah, shot 61% from the line. Not a dominant defensive rebounder. He was actually better, more active, like offensive rebounding than defensive rebounding, because he kind of got boxed out too easily.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, not boxed out either, but like couldn't get that like
It was like positionally he just
like positionally couldn't like just
yeah.
dominate like Khalil Ware or like Zach Edey, those guys. He relies on his athleticism, and so that's not as consistent, I'll say.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this when we did our Yves Missi video. I don't remember which video it was, but out of 70 players that have similar profiles, I looked this up on Bart Torvik. The only ones that have been drafted in the first round were John Collins and Miles Plumlee. And so it's like, I don't know what to do with that information. I just wanted to
Yeah, those are not the same players.
I just wanted to present it to you and be like, he is so raw. It's like you don't really see this taken that often.
What's crazy is I wouldn't even compare him to those two players. Coming out.
My biggest reason why I have him 26th is because I think he has to be switchable. He has I say only, but like he has a 9.2 standing reach, which is not 9.5 like Khalil Ware. It's not 9.7 like Klingon and Edey. Like, it's 9.2, and I understand the verticals there, but he's not like this overwhelming defensive presence at the rim.
Yeah.
So that's where some of my questions are. I have Nick Claxton, Jordan Bell, maybe if he can switch, and Miles Plumlee as my comps.
I got Clint Capella and Jan Mahimi. So